Hey everyone, thanks for joining me for this video on DBeaver Ultimate Edition. As I mentioned in my previous video, I'm doing this series progressively, so each installment builds on the last. I started with all the features in Lite Edition, then covered what's exclusive to Enterprise, and now I'll showcase the key features of Ultimate Edition. Just to clarify, again, everything in Lite Edition is included in Enterprise, and everything in Enterprise Edition is included in Ultimate. So let's dive into DBeaver Ultimate Edition. So the Cloud Explorer and the Storage Explorer are the main reasons our users upgrade to Ultimate, and I'll show you them in a second. These tools are built specifically for organizations working heavily in the cloud, where managing a growing number of services can quickly become overwhelming. Imagine you're part of an organization that operates entirely in the cloud or has recently migrated. One of the biggest advantages of cloud infrastructure is obviously the ease of spinning up and tearing down services, but that also means that an enterprise can have hundreds or even thousands of database and storage services running across multiple clouds at any given time. Ensuring proper access to each of them, especially across teams, can become a major challenge for IT and DevOps. So rather than manually managing access for each individual database or storage service, DBeaver Ultimate lets you manage access at the user profile level. This means that once a user is granted the right permissions, they automatically see all the database and storage services available within their cloud environment without the need for complex, repetitive configurations. So let's take a look at how these features work in practice. So you've got my DBeaver Ultimate user interface here. Everyone's familiar now with the concept of connections, with projects. So let's go ahead and check out what the first the Cloud Explorer looks like and how that helps out with my connections. So you can see I've got three different configurations here, one for AWS, one for Azure, one for GCP. We will jump into these in a sec here, but first I just want to show you what it looks like to set up these configurations. So you go to this green plus sign here. You go ahead and click on that. And then you authenticate into the portal. You can do it in a multitude of ways. It kind of depends on your organization. So for AWS, specifically for me, I used a access key and a secret key, but you can also use an AWS profile, and you can use default credentials, enable single sign-on or third-party account. The other two are going to require some added authentication. Again, this depends on your organization, but you might log in via single sign-on, and so you'll need to set up single sign-on outside of DBeaver if you want to get that working. Same thing goes for Microsoft Azure. You might log in with, I logged in with a client secret, I think it was. But then if you want to use something like default credentials, you're going to need to set up possibly like the Azure CLI, but you'll need to set up some other authentication mechanisms. Again, depends on your organization, but there's plenty of options to log in. And then I'll just show you Google Platform or Google Cloud Platform rather. Same thing, so you can use a key file. I used a key file, and then I used the Google CLI to log into GCP. That's how my organization does it. So again, just kind of depends on how your team does it, and then you can follow along accordingly. Then there's also, I'll just show with AWS, you can turn on these different regions here. And then with every one of these platforms, you can log in via an SSH tunnel as well. And then down there, you can use, I need to create a profile first, but you can use a jump server. So lots of options for signing in. Then once you are logged in, what does it look like? So let's go ahead and check out GCP. So I've got two projects here within my profile, and then you can go ahead and open these up. I've got a few different options here. Let's look at BigQuery. I've got this Cloud SQL Chinook database. So all I have to do, I can add it to the project. I'm going to drag and drop it, and then that's there. I can exit out of here. It's going to take a second to load. And then my projects are here with the databases. I don't think there's any tables in these databases. So if there were, you could log in. You could use the SQL editor if you'd like. Let's see what it looks like with something that does have a table. I think Athena. Let's open Athena. I've got all these options here. Let's choose US West 2. I can drag and drop that into my connections. exit out. Got a couple different schema tables, some sales data. Let's check that out. And just like that, I'm able to check out the sales data. You can see I didn't have to do any specific logging in for this Athena database. It was all authenticated based on my user profile. So again, you can imagine if you've got hundreds, thousands of services, it's really convenient just to be able to pop open I'm in Azure right here. It's really nice just to pop open and see what is all available in your various cloud environments. Maybe you're using 3, maybe you're using 1, but again, super convenient just to be able to pull in those connections, with a drag and drop instead of having to go in here, set up all the connections. Maybe I need the IT administration to go ahead and set me up with those credentials. So just really easy to do it that way. The second tool that I'll show you is cloud storage. And so what you can do is I'll exit out of here, and then there's this little button here and it says cloud storage. Click on that. And right now I'm logged into our GCP configuration, doesn't have any files in it. But right now I'm logged into S3 for AWS, and then I believe it's blob storage for Azure. And it's basically a file. You navigate it like a file system. So again, you're logged into essentially your AWS and your Azure console. You don't need to have somebody manage configurations individually for each one of these either blob storage, I don't know what they call them, buckets, or S3 buckets. It's all just available super easy. So I can go ahead and I can pull in this script if I want to, for example. I can open that resource. I can check out that script. Really easy. I didn't have to log into my AWS console. It was just right there available for me. Let's go back into the Cloud Explorer. And so we've got all these different options. Let's say I want to do something like open up my Pokemon database. You've seen this in one of my last videos. Let's go ahead and export this. Export as a CSV file. And then another neat thing, let's say I want to, instead of saving it or exporting this CSV file to my local directory, I want to upload it to S3, or rather, let's do blob storage. So I open up Azure. Let's go ahead and click on this. Looks good. Proceed. And then if I open up cloud storage and I refresh, eventually it'll pop up. And there it is. And I can open this up. Opens it up as a CSV file for me. And yeah, super convenient. Again, you could download this to your local disk. You could upload a resource from your local disk. Super convenient and just a very nice quality of life feature that we offer with Ultimate Edition. So again, this is designed for our cloud power users, folks who are just running a bunch of services either on the storage side or on the database side. And that is everything that I have to show you. If you're curious about the Cloud and Storage Explorer in DBeaver Ultimate Edition, I encourage you to download a trial at our website, DBeaver.com, and try connecting to your cloud profile yourself. Please check out some of my other videos on our other products. And again, if you'd like to get in touch with us, you can reach out to me, or rather the team, at sales@dbeaver.com or support@dbeaver.com, or you can contact me directly on LinkedIn. My name is Zach Antunes. Thanks, and happy data management.